Today we're going to revisit the largest Ponzi scheme in cryptocurrency history, and that is Bitconnect. The last time I covered Bitconnect, it was worth $900 million in market cap, and now it is worth $1.4 billion, having surpassed both Monero and Neo to earn a place in the top 10 cryptocurrencies as ranked by market cap. I cannot tell you how disappointed I am by this fact, because Bitconnect, of all the different cryptocurrencies out there, is by far the very clearest that it is a Ponzi scheme. And I am amazed that people continue to invest in it, even as they recognize themselves that it is a high yield investment program and it will not last in the long term. I mean, the majority of the wealth that's being created in the Bitconnect platform right now is through referral fees. And one of the perfect examples of this that I brought up in my last video was Crypto Nick. And Crypto Nick, I like his videos. He was one of the people I watched quite a bit, and then I stopped watching because the ethics of his YouTube channel started to come a little bit questionable for me, and he redeemed himself a little bit with this video he recently uploaded, where he basically talked about Bitconnect and how he really felt about it. And he talked about why he only had $20,000 invested, despite the fact he's made, I think, closer to $200,000. I don't remember the exact number, mostly through referral fees. So of course, there is this disconnect here between how much he believes in the platform and how much he refers to it. And he says that, because $20,000 is a lot to him, he really is risking a lot. He does have faith in the platform in the short term at least, and the other money, because he's younger, it can make a difference in his life. So he's just making prudent financial decisions. Of course, I personally believe here that Bitconnect is not long for this world. It's going to collapse at some point here. And it is interesting that one of the largest proponents for it has sort of mentioned here, while he does believe it will still be around in the next couple of months, he does have some, I should say, he doesn't seem certain about it in the long term. So somebody who's one of the biggest referrers to the program is starting to have doubts, right? Or at least he's starting to express those doubts, maybe because the ethics of what he's doing is starting to be brought into question, which they should be. Because if you're referring people to a Ponzi scheme, then you might as well be clear as day that it is a Ponzi scheme, right? Otherwise, you really are, especially if you feel that way. So anyway, I don't want to go too far into calling him out because, of course, he's doing what's best for him. But I just want to point out that one of the key people behind Bitconnect referrals is starting to call it into question a little bit. Partially, I think, because of the ethics behind referring people to the program. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with Bitconnect, if you just go to their website here, it's so unprofessional. You have all these very generic characters that you can basically see in any stock art, basically ever, right? These are predetermined characters that you can change the hairstyles of and how big their eyebrows are and all that stuff. You've seen characters like this all over the place. It's an instant turnoff. And they made an entire introductory video on their YouTube channel that is made completely of these characters. And I want to show you guys this video real quickly, or at least parts of it, because it's pathetic. And it's not going to have any volume here. Let me go ahead and speed it up here so that you can, I mean, seriously, people literally playing in money. You will see essentially graphs that show people getting wealthy. Right here, look at this. I mean, seriously, it's pathetic. And it just makes me really sad that people can look at this poor animation, look at how wealthy everybody is, how happy everybody is, and not get the feeling that this is a complete scam, because that's exactly what it is. What you do on the Bitconnect platform is you essentially lend your Bitconnect in order to have a high yield by basically, they have this trading bot, volatility software they call it, that goes into the cryptocurrency market and trades and makes a certain amount of money, and then it pays out a percentage of that to Bitconnect, and then the rest of it goes to the people who lent out the Bitconnect. And the more that you lend to them, the more money that you make, like any other pyramid scheme. I actually made a video talking about this in a little bit more detail called Bitconnect is a Ponzi scheme or something along those lines. You can't miss it on the YouTube channel. It's going to be one of my earlier videos. So I talk about it in a little bit more detail there. This time I decided to create an Excel file that illustrated to you how absurd these returns are if you compound the interest. So I went into Excel here. I basically took the daily returns here, calculated them out to 5 years. Then I did it on a monthly basis, and I created some interesting charts that I think you guys will like quite a bit. So this is the minimum daily returns. This is how much you would make in 5 years if you have an initial investment of $10,000, right? Roughly 10,000. You have an extra $10 so that you can reach the next bracket here that you see right here, right? So that you get that guaranteed 0.25% daily return. And what you can see here is that within the course of 5 years, you'll almost be a millionaire. That's the guaranteed daily return, right? So if you just take the guaranteed amount, you'll be a millionaire in 5 years with $10,000, which is absurd. In 30 months, which is approximately 2.5 years, you'll have $100,000. You'll have 10 times your investment in 2.5 years, and nearly 100 times worth of your investment in 5. I can't believe that people don't see how absurd this is. But this is the minimum amount. Now let's look at the 1% daily returns that a lot of people are saying that they get. I had to actually change it to logarithmic because in 5 years, you will almost have $1 trillion from an initial investment of $10,000. How do people not see that this is a Ponzi scheme? It's so far beyond me. In 5 years, you would almost have the same amount of money as Apple's market cap, which is the largest company in the world. How is that not absurd to people? It's so, again, it just is beyond my realm of understanding. And then here I've actually shown both of those graphs on logarithmic scale so that you have an idea over time here just how insane it is when you compound returns as high as 0.25 to 1% on a daily basis. And some of you might be saying, well, maybe you don't reinvest back into the Bitconnect platform. Or maybe it's absurd to assume compound interest. Well, even if you look at it from the perspective of simple interest, it doesn't take a genius to find out that 1% daily is 365% a year if you go based off of simple interest. That's still way too much. And then even 0.25% on a daily basis would be 91% a year. So I can't believe that people don't see how absurd this program is. And I am baffled at the fact that we have seen such absurd returns in Bitconnect over such a short period of time. It really does. I mean, look at this. Over time here, you can see just how much Bitconnect has gone up. So I just want to warn anybody that's investing in Bitconnect right now or using it to lend, please withdraw your money from the platform. It's going to collapse at some point here. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may not even be 3 months from today. But at some point here soon, Bitconnect is going to collapse when everybody realizes that it is offering absolutely zero value. And when that happens, it's going to go to zero. And that's what I want to emphasize here. While other cryptocurrencies can certainly correct and see massive crashes, most other cryptocurrencies, at least in my opinion, are not going to hit zero within the top 10 here, right? All of these cryptocurrencies within the top 10 here, minus maybe, I'm not going to say it. I was just about to say a name that I could see going to zero within this top 10 list that isn't Bitconnect, but I really do not want to incite the wrath of a bunch of people here. So, but basically within this top 10 list, and even within this top, 50 or so list, Bitconnect is just such an obvious Ponzi scheme, guys. Please, I'm really serious about this. Avoid it at all cost. Do not get greedy. They say that bears and bulls get fed, pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a pig. Please, do yourself a favor. Protect your capital. Invest in cryptocurrencies that have proven themselves. Invest in Bitcoin. Invest in Ethereum. Invest in Litecoin or any of these other cryptocurrencies that you like. Don't invest in Bitconnect. That's all I'm saying. I can argue for any other cryptocurrency on this list, but I simply cannot argue for Bitconnect. Because it's going to affect the other cryptocurrencies as well when it blows up eventually. I'm not sure how it's going to affect them, but it might see governments start to come in to regulate. Again, we don't really know what's going to happen. Anyway, I just wanted to make an update video talking about Bitconnect because it's pathetic. It really is. As usual, I hope you all like this video. I know for some people they're going to dislike it because they're invested in Bitconnect right now. And if you are, I mean, really, just give it a second thought. Anyway, leave a like, comment, and subscription, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.